It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and the grand reveal in Carlsbad. 5 days, 6 crew. You guys guess how many plants we used, and I will shout out whoever's closest. Also, special shout out to Barbara and Eva, who came to see the installation from Orange County, and they were like 2.5 hours in traffic. So thank you, ladies, for coming by. Thank you all for your wonderful suggestions and comments this week. We had some really great feedback from follower Lisa and some others from Florida and other parts of the world that deal with mosquitoes. So be sure and read yesterday's comments for the answers to all of your questions regarding mosquitoes and bromeliads and ants in your pants or pots. Well, clearly I decided to go with California Gold 3/8 as my top dressing, which was spot on, really pulls in the warm tones in the house. And then for some bling and to really accentuate these phenomenal mounds, well, I really want to call it mountains, I brought in some burgundy 3/4 under these palms, cascading down from the Mediopicta alba and ending here at the little fishhook cactus. We brought in 2 more loads of plants today too to complete our tapestries. And bad news, those of you that are paying really good attention, our pot's gone because the HOA said no, it was a common area and you can't have stuff in the common area. Whatever. So my response was to plant that little aloe right there at the corner, which is going to get big and hopefully impede. Bye, Kevin. Thank you. And everybody say hello to Kevin and congratulations. It is his 3-year work anniversary with DFS. We love our Kevin. I also want to thank Mel. I want to thank Alex, Cullen, Hannah, and Greg for their masterful help on this installation. Greg just can't get over it. Can you, Greg?
Beautiful.
Yeah, he just can't. He's been using all the expletives today. And Daddy's not really an expletive kind of guy, but he just keeps saying all the good words. Yeah, I mean, look at that pot with the fire glass. Isn't that spectacular? I mean, it's just a little, a couple little things here and there. I've got black 3/4 inch burgundy, or black 3/4 inch rock under this palm. Then I pulled in some more burgundy on the other side of the drive. The client went out and bought this beautiful pot at Green Thumb Nursery in San Marcos, and we went ahead and planted it out for her. I went ahead and kept all of the plants in here low pro because I didn't want them competing with the palm. So we have our thrillers, our fillers, and our spiller. This tapestry turned out really great against the house. Kevin and Mel worked on this and just brought the movement. I mean, this thing just flows. Really great lines on this. And one of you commented you thought it was a little overplanted, and you're not wrong, maybe, but see, that's the beauty of succulents. We can plant until the cows literally come home, knowing that anytime we want, we can bring in our whip in a chair and pull things out, cut them up, reset them. We still have a whole backyard to do. So any plants that outgrow their space, we will be able to use in a myriad of different ways. Yeah, in 3 to 5 years, we probably will have quite a few cuttings from this garden, but it doesn't bother me at all or intimidate me in the least. I've got a lot of mangaves, different kinds of mangaves in this garden. I'm really excited to see how they do. My prom date is looking terrific, casting some fabulous light. Cullen and Hannah and Alex knocked out the tapestry work all around the dry stream. And again, it just flows. Also, remember when you're doing your yards to grab at least a half a basket of rubble, because you're going to, reach a point where you're going to just have planted all you can plant and you need a rock. or you've reached a point where it's so steep that the pebbles or the rock is falling off into the sidewalk, you're going to want to shore that up with some rock material or some rubble. Like I always say, for every problem there is a solution, and rocks are my solution for all things vertical. All right, you want to take a peek over on the other side, Han? Sorry about the light, guys. It just so happens that it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. It's a little bright. I hope you're getting, not getting too much glare. But over here, finished this area. I tucked in some more low profile plants, and I pulled some burgundy 3/4 in here as a third element to bring and tie in the whole design. I found this really, really cool peacock, or it looks like peahen, in the backyard, a little whimsy that I brought in and staged next to the Dracaena Draco. And I'm super hopeful. This neighbor over here has come by twice, and he asked for my card. Just think, if he signs off and we could take down this Escalania hedge, we could get rid of the rosemary, and we could just blow this whole installation all the way down the street. Holy crap. Wouldn't that be so great? So keep a good thought that that happens. Mel and Kevin's work of art, they spent a couple of days on this area. And you know, the more I look at it, the more I love it, because we do have that giant hedge and the rosemary, and it's so much weight visually. Then we've got the hardscape of the wall, and then we've got this giant concrete driveway. We needed a lot of plants in there, or it would have looked cheap. So yeah, no regrets on that at all. I'm really, really, really happy with how this turned out. And then on the shady side, you can see where we installed our micro sprayers so we can get water into the cups of our bromeliads. And that was really the only fancy stuff that we had to do irrigation-wise. Everything else was really straightforward. Greg was able to replace all the lights, even the ones up here, and irrigation is set to go off a couple times a week for a few minutes at a time. I told the client, and I'll tell you too, don't turn your irrigation off when it rains if you live in Southern California, because it doesn't rain hard enough to matter, and you'll forget to turn the irrigation back on. So that's my TED Talk for you for today. It was hard to leave yesterday, but today it's going to be downright impossible, right? Can you even? Man. This is going to be a really fun one to follow, and we shall. Next week, we are in La Mesa doing a small xeriscape, and tomorrow I have not one, not two, but 3 consultations in Los Angeles. So we'll see how those go, and we'll probably be heading back up the hill before too long. Thank you guys again, all your subscriptions. We're just blowing up with subscribers and getting ever so close to that 100,000. So thank you for that. And thank you also for everyone that has joined the channel recently. I really, really appreciate your financial support so much. So yes, what else can I say? Remember, whoever comes closest to the number of plants used in this installation will get a shout out on the next video. So guess your best. This has been Laura Eubanks reporting for Team DFS in Carlsbad with your grand reveal and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.